hey, hey, wake up. Hey, hey, wake up.
Over 35 years of teaching piano and studying the organ, I have amassed a very large library of valuable and inspiring books, which my students and I love alike. My first recommendation is a book of minuets and etudes by an American icon, the great Oscar Peterson. He is nicknamed the Maharaja of the keyboard by Duke Ellington, and was renowned for his phenomenal speed, precision, and swing. His technique rivaled that of classical pianists, but was deeply rooted in jazz phrasing and feel. His two-handed independence and clarity made him almost superhuman to other musicians. Oscar was born in Montreal in 1925, where he grew up studying classical piano on his own without a teacher, especially Bach, Chopin, and Liszt. Needless to say, he was a genius. He soon turned from classical music to jazz, which meant that his improvisation featured an incredible blend of discipline and freedom. Oscar advocated for civil rights during a time when blacks faced intense racism, particularly in the US. He spoke out against racial injustice and refused to play in segregated venues, even if it meant he lost well-paying engagements. He composed a piece called Hymn to Freedom, which became an unofficial anthem of the civil rights movement in America. As if that wasn't enough, Peterson was a passionate educator of children, and he created this marvelous set of miniature jazz minuets and exercises to form their techniques and musical sensibilities. Many of these are half a page long, some are longer. My next recommendation is a truly remarkable collection, Bartók's Mikrokosmos. It helps pianists strengthen their technique, understand 20th century music, sharpen their rhythm, ear, and phrasing, explore folk idioms and character, and prepare for more advanced modern repertoire. I encountered this collection during my conservatory training, but I had also studied it in the extensive pedagogy courses offered by Dr. Lisa Zedeklik at the University of Arizona. Studying Bela Bartók's Mikrokosmos is one of the most enriching and holistic ways to grow as a pianist and musician, especially for students who are developing beyond the basics and into modern musical thinking. Piano teachers prize these small compositions for their step-by-step technical progression. Mikrokosmos is in 6 volumes, containing 153 pieces overall, which range from beginner to advanced levels. It begins with simple hand coordination and pentatonic melodies, and gradually incorporates scales, modes, contrary and parallel motion, polyphonic textures, complex rhythmic interplay, extended harmonies, and advanced techniques. Mikrokosmos is like a musical ladder. Each piece builds on the last. It's perfect for incremental, thoughtful development. I would like to give you a demonstration of number 77. So as we've said many times before, when you're studying piano, you are building your brain. And one of the things we want to build is that very often finger 5 in the left hand goes together with finger 1 in the right hand. Finger 4 in the left hand goes together with finger 2 in the right hand. Finger 3s go together in both hands. Finger 2 in the left goes with finger 4 in the right. Finger 1 in the left goes with finger 5 in the right. And we want to make those neural connections stronger. So this example does a good job of that. One thing you'll notice about Bartók's tunes is they are not dry, but they are highly musical, which is helpful when you're trying to learn piano. One thing we want to think about is keep moving around. You're not stuck. And feel the arm weight transfer from finger to finger. Now here, we're moving to B flat. When you have a black note, make sure your arm moves forward. And when you play white notes, pull away, come away from the black key area. One thing I like about these is that piano technique is complex, and it's not possible for your teacher to explain absolutely everything. So you want to use a combination of your instincts, which are filling in all of the gaps, and also pay attention to what your teacher is telling you, such as move forward, move your arm forward for the black keys, and feel the arm weight transfer from finger to finger. These pieces are a great introduction to modern harmony and tonality. His compositions go beyond major and minor. He employs modal scales, pentatonic and whole tone scales, bitonality and dissonance, non-traditional cadences. And this exposes pianists to early 20th century musical language in an accessible way. You're not just learning piano, you're learning how modern music works. Bartók helps us to develop rhythmic complexity. Many of these pieces feature unusual meters, syncopation, and changing time signature. Bartók includes asymmetrical meters like 5/8, 7/8, polyrhythms and cross rhythms, canon and imitation in rhythm and pitch. This improves rhythmic sensitivity and flexibility, which is essential for any serious musician. Bartók intended Mikrokosmos as much for training the ear as for training the fingers. The pieces develop interval recognition, help students internalize modes and non-diatonic harmonies, encourage active listening and mental hearing. Especially in the later books, the aural challenges help cultivate the inner ear, essential for improvisation, composition, and advanced interpretation. Despite their brevity, many of these masterpieces are vivid and colorful. Bartók writes titles such as From the Diary of a Fly, Boating, or 6 Dances in Bulgarian Rhythm, which encourage students to play imaginatively and with expression. The music often reflects folk influences, nature, and childlike perspectives, which make it especially compelling for young players to engage emotionally with the material. Mikrokosmos also encourages contrapuntal thinking, hand independence. Pieces feature 2-part inventions, canons, and imitative counterpoint. Bartók challenges the player to think horizontally, line against line, not just vertically. This strengthens hand independence, which is the topic of an upcoming video, and analytical thinking. It is great preparation for the study of Bach and fugues from any composer. A study of these compositions provides you with broad musical literacy as it combines technique, theory, composition, listening, and cultural history, especially Eastern European folk idioms. Let's take a look at this other book I'm recommending, studying Johann Friedrich Burgmüller's piano pieces, especially his 25 Progressive Studies Opus 100, offers a wide range of benefits for pianists, especially at the intermediate level. These etudes are deceptively simple on the surface, but are full of musical and technical value. Burgmüller's pieces train the fingers and the imagination. They are not just etudes, they are little stories wrapped in music, making them one of the best pedagogical collections ever written. The first thing you'll gain from this is technical development, without tediousness. Unlike dry finger exercises, Burgmüller's etudes are melodic and expressive, and he designed them to tackle specific technical challenges. We learned hand coordination and independence, finger dexterity and agility, legato and staccato contrast, arpeggios and broken chords, dynamic control, and phrasing. Each piece isolates a technique in a way that feels musical, not mechanical. Another benefit of studying these pieces is that they are a good introduction to the Romantic style. His works are an ideal bridge between classical composers like Clementi or Haydn and Romantic composers like Chopin or Schumann. His pieces help students to learn expressive rubato and nuance, Romantic lyricism, and emotional storytelling through music. For students who want to eventually play Chopin, Liszt, or Schumann, this is an excellent stylistic foundation. Another reason is that we want to develop expressive playing and interpretation. Each of these etudes has a descriptive title, like Arabesque, Innocence, Ballade, which invites the student to imagine a story or mood. This encourages imaginative interpretation, character development in performance, and development of musical phrasing and tone color. These are crucial skills for any artist, not just for technique, but for artistry. These pieces are accessible yet rich for intermediate players. They are especially good for children transitioning from beginner to intermediate level, adults who want lyrical studies that aren't overly academic, and even advanced players who want to grow in musicality while sharpening their technique. My students love to perform these in our recitals twice every year, and these pieces are very often audience favorites. For example, in Arabesque, you learn about finger agility and phrasing. In Innocence, you learn legato and expressive touch. In Progress, you learn velocity and clean articulation. In La Chevaleresque, you learn rhythm and character. Another book I would like to recommend is a collection of etudes for building piano technique, compiled and edited by Isabel Otero Bowen. She has a compilation of pieces from Bela Bartók, Hermann Behrens, Ferdinand Bayer, Ward Bowen, Carl Czerny, Jean-Baptiste Duvernoy, Cornelius Gurlitt, Henry Schwing, and Jean-Louis Stribog. According to my students, these are some of their favorite etudes. These are on an easier level, so if you have very young students, this might be the book you want to get first. I would love to learn your ideas about your favorite books in the comments section below, and I hope you will enjoy discovering more about the great wealth of repertoire we are so privileged to enjoy as students and artists of the keyboard. Thank you for joining me, and see you next time.
Not a mute, I'm just a string of shells. I'm no mute, just used to speak too soon. Keep your talk, if you hoover me, my hate. Keep your shrieks, I'm all ears to myself.